And so the haters are down bad, Sammy. It's almost becoming sad in a way. Like I feel bad for people. Everybody trying to go out of their way to discredit the Bears and what the Bears have done. It's funny because like everything, I think it was Cam Newton today was like, we're not trying to give the Bears hope. It's like, dude, we don't even want hope. Nobody here really truly believes that the Bears are going to go to the Super Bowl or anything like that. However, we're just having a good time, enjoying our team winning some football games, enjoying a young quarterback who is going out there and doing some exciting things in the NFL. If anybody should be able to commiserate with what the Bears are going through right now, commiserate with somebody who is a number one overall draft pick who people doubted throughout the entirety of his career, you would think somebody like Cam Newton would be on board with Caleb Williams, but instead he's sort of going the other. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing enough of the context to truly understand what he's talking about or what he's going on about. But at the same time, what we're seeing out of Caleb Williams is basically what we've wanted to see. The first couple of quarters are a little bit not great, and we fall behind, and it's not as fun. But what is fun is watching this team rally and this team never giving up. And if you want to sit here and be like, what would have happened with Jackson Dart? I'm like, I don't know. Like Jackson Dart should have thrown 2 interceptions. We turned into Olamide Zaccheaus on the defensive side of the football a couple of times in that game that allowed Jackson Dart some opportunities to continue to extend some drives. So let's not pretend that he is not without his faults. Let's not pretend that he is that he's prime Tom Brady or anything like that. All I can tell you is that the Bears won the game. They're 6-3. And if you expect me to come out here and apologize for what the Bears have done and who they are doing it against, you are going to be sorely mistaken, because I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it and know, you know what, things can change. But Sammy, let's start the show.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Adam Rank.
It's Hester trying to work it back to the middle. Gets past the first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
The sickest Chicago Bears and fantasy football podcast. Sports entertainment like no other. It's gonna be sick.
Welcome to the Sick Podcast with Adam Rank. Thanks to everybody who joins us here every Monday night. And for those of you who are stopping by for a trip to Fantasy Isle, well, I'm sorry, that show has been preempted this evening for a very special occasion. We will typically have Kendall Valenzuela joining us. You'll be back next week to go out there as we start to get into the stretch of the playoff edition of the fantasy football season. But for right now, we got the opportunity to bring back one of our favorites, a guy who has been with us since day one. He has been a contributor to this show, and an opportunity arose to bring him on, especially when the Bears playing so well. Couldn't pass it up. So for those of you who are here typically for Fantasy Island, I hope you'll stick around for one of the great voices in the Bears community. And he is from the Three Kings podcast. It is our friend, Ill Will, who joins us once again. It has been way too long. How are you doing? How are you living?
Man, I'm excited right now. The Bears are winning. I know it's not pretty, but hey, it's fun to be a Bear fan right now. And I can wear my gear out in public. I'm not taking my jersey out before I run down to Jersey Mike's and get a sandwich. So it's fun right now, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. And I think that is what's annoying people the most is how much fun the Chicago Bears are having. And I think one of the things that's the most fun is a head coach who really motivates the team, who has everybody believing. So, Sammy, if we could, can we look at the post-game reaction, which has become a staple with Ben Johnson? Let's listen to some of the post-game sound.
Oh, yeah! Man, I tell you what, I feel like I'm on repeat each and every week right now. I mean, I got nothing new to say to you guys. Did you even waver for a second? You knew exactly we had them right where we wanted them. Gosh, man. Goodness gracious. Hell of a job. Took all 60 minutes. Golly, and you felt it, man. Shank punt. You capitalized. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, let me say I got 2 game balls here. 2 game balls. New addition came in 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You made some plays now. DJ, come on, big dog.
I just want to say I'm grateful for the group of guys that you guys are. I was home for almost 2 months, bro. Missing ball. And being around this group, y'all brought the love back for it. They're winning for it, and I'm just happy to be a part of a great group. Let's keep this rolling.
Man, let me tell you something now. This next guy, man, he's got ice in his veins now. And if you don't believe it now, you just wait, man. The best is yet to come, 18. Here we go.
This goes to everybody in here. It's not just me. I mean, offensive line, hell of a game. You know what I mean? I took that 1 sack in the beginning, but hell of a game to y'all, keeping us going. The energy, the effort on the sideline. Between the offense, obviously I'm not able to be on the sideline with y'all defense, but the energy, the consistency that, like Coach said, not to waver. And y'all did the same on defense. They scored or whatever happened. When it came down to it, we needed each other. We always come through every single time.
Bring it on in, gentlemen! Come on. Good, better, bad! Never let it run! You're good gets better! You better get better! Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3,
I love it.
Absolutely. I do not get tired of hearing that. I know that he's talking about it being on repeat, but I do want to say, I do want to point out one of the things he said about Caleb Williams, where he said the best is yet to come. Where do you stand with Caleb Williams in his progress right now?
I love it. I'm all in, man. The way he's ending games is crazy. Like, how many game-winning drives has he had since this season? 4?
That's 4.
Like, he said, I think who did he say? Did he tell Courtney Cronin that his heart rate goes down when in the 2-minute drill? Like, that's good stuff. You can't teach that. That's like special. Like, the chips are down, and I feel confident when the game wasn't within reach. I was like, oh, he's gonna score. We're gonna score. And what did he do? He threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown, and it was like no doubt. Everyone believes, even though this team isn't perfect, it's that belief right there is huge for when they are ready. Because when the game goes to the playoffs, everything is tight. Everything is tight. So if they have that belief now, that's huge going forward. I love the progression. I think the sky's the limit for Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. It's amazing.
No, I believe so too. And I think that it was weird because my friend Sean, who watches the games with us on Sunday, now I didn't get the chance to stick around and watch it with everybody down at the place where we watch the games. But my friend texted me and he goes, it's weird just being in a situation where you're like, yeah, I know we're down 10 points, but I feel pretty comfortable that we can come back and win this game. And that's one of the things that you always want is belief. And if you go back to last season, he put the Bears in a position to beat the Commanders the first time. Mm-hmm. He put the Bears in a position to beat the Packers at home before the field goal was blocked. He was putting us in position to win on Thanksgiving in a game that ultimately got Matt Eberflus fired. And I believe there was one other one too, where I don't think that he got the credit for. Put the Bears, I think it was the Minnesota game that we eventually lost in overtime. That got away from us. And of course, what he did in the final drive to win at Lambeau, I think it is fair to say, and I would ask if you agree with this, but it's fair to say that Caleb Williams does have the clutch gene.
Yeah, I call him Clutch Caleb. That's my thing. And I said it before. I tweeted it before the Bears won. I said Clutch Caleb activated. And then he threw the touchdown and he ran the touchdown because I kind of just already started seeing that. This guy is like, he has it. Whatever that is, I know he's not going to make every opportunity. He's going to miss some just like Jordan missed shots in the end of the games, right? But whatever that calmness is, he has it. And that's good because Pat Mahomes, when the Chiefs are down 10 points to the Buffalo Bills, you're just like, okay, they got Pat Mahomes.
Right.
I'm not saying he's Pat Mahomes, but that confidence that I know my quarterback can put us in a position to win a game is huge,
Yeah, no, it's a very comfortable feeling moving, and it's one of those things moving forward. By the way, for anybody who is joining us, if you were like, hey, when's the fantasy talk? I apologize again. Fantasy Isle has been preempted this week. Kendall Valenzuela will be back next week. But if you are hungry for some fantasy news, let me give you some Caleb Williams numbers from week 10, 25 plus fantasy points. He was a QB4 over the weekend, 220 passing yards, a rushing 8 rushes for 63 yards and a touchdown. Could have been 2. But he did get stopped at the 2-yard line, ends up throwing the touchdown pass to Roma Dunze. His 63 rushing yards were a season high. Not a lot of designed runs, but he has scored at least 25 fantasy points in back-to-back games, despite doing that only once in his previous 12. And speaking of fantasy football, Crown Champs has dropped the hottest thing that fantasy football has ever seen. We're talking about real customizable championship crowns. Oh, you can go and get one of these for just $2.99 a month per person in your league. Go out there, and get yourself a championship crown, a robe, a scepter, all sorts of cool stuff. You can go onto the website. That's crownchampscompany.com. Rack up points, win weekly challenges, be crowned as your king or queen trash talker for the week to go out there and win some of the merch. All you need to do is go to crownchampscompany.com. Don't just win your fantasy football league. You want to go out and rule it. Now, the Bears, obviously, I look at the defense, and obviously it wasn't great. And I think over the last couple of weeks, there's been, for me, I think it's a lack of personnel. Part of it has to do with injuries. Part of it has to do with they probably need another draft to truly get going. But when you look at like Dennis Allen and what they're doing defensively, like obviously this is not a Super Bowl winning defense at the moment, but how do you feel? Do you just kind of brush off the defense, or is it something that truly concerns you?
It concerns me. I mean, in the group chats, man, that's the biggest topic right there. Because, us Bear fans, we like, the defense sucks. We're not used to having a bad defense. It does because of the injuries, because, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, we had Dayo Adingbo go out, Shamar Turner. I think that's going to hold this team back this year. Like you said, they need another draft. I was telling people that most of the players on the Bears defense were drafted for Matt Eberflus. Dennis Allen, even though he runs a 4-3, it's a different type of system. So we're going to have to probably draft some more players and sign some more players that fit his system, because most of the draft this year was on the offense. It was, Colston Loveland and Luther Burden and guys like that, and Ossie Trapeel. So we need to have a defensive heavy draft. So it does worry me because, we're Bear fans. We used to holding people down to 17 points, and, that's how we win the game, 17-20. So, but you know what? I'm not worried about it because I'm just going to enjoy the ride, Adam. That's all I'm going to do, bro. I'm going to just enjoy this ride and have fun while we can have fun.
Yeah. Do you find it too that like we're having a lot more fun? And again, the haters will come out and they'll, hey, this team's not good. Look at your strength of schedule. It's funny because the people who say that are not the people who root for the Bears. I think that I personally, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but I have very realistic expectations for this Bears team. Every season I go out there, everybody's like, you pick them to win 13 games every year. I do not. It's usually 12. This year I picked 11. 11 because we lost that week 1 game to Minnesota. It has actually pushed me off my projection because I think I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close at the moment. But I think I think all Bears fans are now at this point of like, we know who we are. We just want to see our quarterback and our offense get better. And the wins are going to be great. If we lose, like, we don't want to lose. But I think that for the first time in a long time, the Bears have a healthy relationship with their fans right now.
Yeah, this is the happiest Bears X has been because I'm always in the Twitter streets, right? So it's always better when the Bears are somewhat good because it's like the fan base unites. And when they are good, everyone like goes off and take little factions. You got one people blaming the GM, one person blaming the coach, one person blaming the quarterback, blaming the defense, blaming George McCaskey, Virginia McCaskey. They just blame everyone. So, like, when the Bears are good, we just basically start attacking other fan bases. And it's a lot more fun fighting Commander fans and who've been like – Commander fans have been, like, on Bears fans' necks. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's been a big thing right there.
Believe me, I noticed. They're all up in the mentions, and they all just want to sit here. And it's funny because they always want to come in and say, they come in and they're like, hey, you guys should have drafted Jaden Daniels. Or I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that there's too many people making that argument right now.
No.
And by the way, why aren't Commander fans, why aren't they upset that they drafted Jaden Daniels instead of Drake May? Like, obviously, Caleb Williams was going to be the consensus #1 overall pick. You can sit here and play hindsight 2020. If the Bears had traded with the Commanders before last year's draft, they would have drafted Caleb Williams. Like, that was, and you can go back, and people have done this. It's not me, but I've seen it. People have gone through some of the most prominent Commander fan tweets, finding the Commander fans like, trade up for Caleb, like all of them. Bring him home. He's from Maryland. He went to Gonzaga High School. Blah, blah, blah. They were all doing that. So no, don't let them twist up your emotions or anything like that. Caleb Williams was going to go over #1 overall, and it's fair. And whether he's good or not, and it's one of those situations where if Drake May ends up being better, then ultimately I will look back at the process and be like, I would have been irate if they had gone with Drake May instead of Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams was going to be the #1 guy. Again, it's the Commanders. You guys should be looking at it and being like, we could have had Drake May. Where you would have gone to the NFC Championship game last year with Drake May. You'd probably be in the playoff hunt right now with Drake May. I'm just saying, but now they have to take it out on us, which is why, and it's fine. Like, you need, like, they're down bad. They need something to look forward to. And if it helps them feel better about their lives to take shots at the Chicago Bears, then I'm happy to do that. Like, that's not going to allow me. Are there other fan bases though? Like, what have you seen? Like the Packer fans have been fine.
Yeah.
The Lions. Is there anybody else? I know the Commander fans are one of them. The Giants stopped by for a minute, but I think they're going to go now that Daboll's fired. They're they're on their way out. Anybody else? Any other fan bases you get in with it? Colts. That's right.
The Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland thing, and the whole thing with that, it wasn't even Bears because we were like, we like Colston Loveland, we like our tight end.
We're fine.
And it's like, but you couldn't have Tyler Warren, and we like, okay, we're good. You know that meme that says, you know, the guy doing the thumbs up, it's like that's Bear fans. Okay, you guys like Tyler Warren, and we kept telling people like, hey, Colston Loveland is a good player. He's just behind a lot of talent. He has Cole Kmet, you know, he has Romo Dunze, DJ Moore, all these guys in front of him. He's not going to get a ton of targets until Cole Kmet got hurt. And then all of a sudden he's getting targets. Now he made that big catch last game at the end of the game. So I'm like, I don't get with fans sometimes that more than one person can be good. Like Caleb Williams, I think is good. Jaden Daniels is good. And Drake May is good. They can all be good. It's not an either or situation. I think Tyler Warren's a good player. I like him coming out. I also like Colston Loveland coming out. They're both good. But for whatever reason, the Colts fans, and I'm like, hey, I don't care. Daniel Jones is still your quarterback, and the Pumpkin's gonna, turn Cinderella in a minute. So, but I like Tyler Warren, but I like Colston Loveland too. So that's been the fan base that's kind of been coming out the woodwork.
I forgot they got into it. And the Colts do have a legitimate reason to come after us too, because they beat us in the Super Bowl. They can go out there, and so there's already going to be some history. It's funny though, because they are feeling it, and they want to come out and they want to crow and look at us, and we got this guy. And again, I think Tyler Warren is fantastic. I thought, like, when I did my pre-draft rankings, I had Tyler Warren going 5th overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which again, like, I'm not going to take the victory lap on that because I realize it's way too premature. But if the Jags had stayed at 5, taken Tyler Warren, and then I thought like Colston Loveland could have gone to like Carolina, because Carolina had great success with Greg Olsen, but Ted McMillan's looking okay. I don't think anybody's going to help Bryce Young at this point. Because that's right, because like the Panther fans are now going to disappear after what happened over this past week too, going up and losing against the Saints. So we don't have to worry about them coming in and chirping or anything like that. But before we move on to our next question, I want to let everybody know that Huel is the fuel which gets me through the day. I sit here on these long days. Obviously, I already did NFL Fantasy Live today. We're doing Take It to the Rank right now. And after this, I will be on CHGO. One of the things that gets me through the day is Huel. And right now, you can go to Huel.com/sickbears. That's Huel.com/sickbears and get 15% off your first order if you use the promo code sickbears. They've got protein powders. They've got pre-made shakes. They've got a whole host of other things that I keep here in my locker at the NFL Network compound. Listen, I can go upstairs and order a quesadilla, and then I hate myself 30 minutes later. So I go with Huel, feel great. I feel I don't hate myself as much as I'm driving home going like, why did I do that to myself? Which I'm not doing with Colson Loveland because I love that pick. I also love the Luther Burden pick. And Ben Johnson was talking about Luther Burden today. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, no, I think you've slowly seen his rep count go up. He's a guy that's starting to get more targets. It's a trust level between the coaches and the player. It's a trust level between the quarterback and a receiver. It continues to ascend, and so he's been very productive when we've been able to get the ball in his hands. And there's a strong argument that we should get it to him more.
I don't know if that's also, there were comments earlier today about talking about DJ Moore and a bunch of guys trying to be selfless and getting onto the field. DJ Moore obviously left the game in the first half, came back a little bit in the third quarter. He might be out. Olamide Zaccheaus dropped a couple of key passes in that game. Do you believe it's going to be time for Luther Burden III to start taking over with this Chicago Bears offense?
Luther. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, I liked him coming out. Luther, man. That's another great pick. It's time. Oz, yeah, he's pretty reliable. That's pretty crazy. He had all those drops. That was shocking. Yeah. But I regardless if he caught those passes or not, I thought Luther Burden. I think somebody posted a stat. He has the highest quarterback rating when targeted of all the Chicago Bears wide receivers. He catches everything. Yeah, Luther Burden, even higher than DJ Moore, Rome Odunze. I think him and Colson Loveland are 1 and 2. So he obviously needs opportunities. And when you see him play, I'm like, does he not know the playbook? Why is he not getting the touches? Because the guy's amazing. He's electric. It's some Bear fans that think he may be the best wide receiver on the team long term, better than Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. Don't let James Odunze hear that. But the dude, he's electric. He definitely needs to get more touches. Like I said, our defense is kind of suspect. So the more playmakers we can get, we're gonna have to boat race people. So yeah, man, I like Luther. He's in and out of his breaks. He catches with his hands. He picks up yak, which is something that we need. I love Luther Burden, man. Great pick.
I think that one of the most exciting things about this Bears team so far is that, as Ben Johnson said in that post-game press or that post-game speech, the best is yet to come for this team. And when you start looking at the schedule, right now the Bears are sitting there. It's 6 wins. You got to figure they got to get 4 wins to go out there and get into the playoffs. How realistic can it be? Like, what do you think, grand scheme of things, do you think this Bears team can go out there and get into the playoffs?
I do. I say 4-4 gets us 10-7. Worst case, if the Bears go 3-5, that's a 9-18. They probably won't make the playoffs, but that's an improvement off what we came off of. We went 5-12. So even if a 9-8 may be a little bit disappointing to end the season 3-5, that's progress. That's kind of what the Lions did the year before they took off. So that's a great position to be in. That's kind of where I think they're going to end up. They could get the 10 wins. I think the only teams you pretty much just take an L on, the Lions again and the Eagles, because those are Super Bowl contending teams. Those are teams that they can go to the Super Bowl. Everybody else on the schedule, I mean, they're good. The Packers are good. I mean, the 49ers are good, but are they great? Are they like unbeatable? To me, they're not. So it's a huge possibility, but I think that secondary is going to have to get healthy for us to really have a playoff. To get us to your 11 wins, if JJ comes back, if KG comes back, TJ comes back, we have a shot to put 10, 11 wins. But that defense has to step it up. They're not good.
They definitely got to play a lot better. Well, it's funny too, because another one of the fan bases, I'm sure a lot of Bears fans don't get this. I know that I do, because of my history with this fan base. Is we get a lot of the 49er fans walking in, and I'm like, why are you guys so confident? Like, why? And it's been today on Monday. I'm like, why are you so, after what the Rams just did to you?
Yeah.
What makes you so confident that you're definitely going to beat the Bears in Week 17? You talk about a team that's already lost Fred Warner. We don't know if Brandon Ayuk is ever going to come back. They've got a lot of issues. Brock Purdy still hasn't been healthy enough to go out there and play. Like, that's another team where when you look at the schedule, you're like, okay, well, before the season, I wasn't necessarily counting that as a victory. I think I did. But still, and the Packers. We're going to see a little bit more about the Green Bay Packers here in about an hour as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And they do play better against some of the better teams in the NFL. But again, when people look at the schedule, and this is why people are not like giving the Bears a lot of credit, like, well, they're definitely not going to beat Minnesota. You're like, why? I'm not saying that, well, I am saying that we'll beat Minnesota, but why do people automatically assume that the Bears won't beat Minnesota? The last game was very competitive. I think that if you were playing that game again right now in Chicago, the Bears take that one probably rather easily.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. Like, why do we have to concede to the Green Bay Packers, a team that we beat last year in Green Bay with Matt Eberflus? Well, Matt Eberflus was fired, but that dreadful team won at Green Bay and should have swept them. Why? I guess, does everybody just have this lock on Green Bay where they just assume that they're this great team? I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take anything away.
Yeah, they're good. That's why I said they're good. They're not great. Like, I look at the Lions and the Eagles, like, those are teams that you look at their roster, it's crazy. I think it's just because the Bears have been so bad for so long. Like, we live in Southern California, right? So, like, people look at the Bears as irrelevant. Like, oh, you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and so I think outside fans kind of just look at it as like, oh, you're the Bears. You're just gonna lose again. And some of the Bears fans themselves, they have this PTSD with the Green Bay Packers. They went around like us because we're old, right? So we seen Lovie Smith beat up on the Packers, and so we can beat them. They just, most of them are like the Gen Z and young millennials. All they know is losing to the Green Bay Packers. All they know is heartbreak. So they don't have that in them where they were like, no, we own the Green Bay Packers. We're going to get back to doing that. So I think that's what it's like, a mental block with a lot of Bears fans. They can't like really understand that we can beat them. And I think the Bears, I don't think this team is scared of them at all. I know Ben Johnson isn't scared of them at all. So, and the Vikings all been kind of good, right? So people just like, oh, you're going to lose to the Vikings, whatever. But so it's up to the Bears. And I said this before the season began. It's up to the Chicago Bears, the players, to change the narrative. You go out there and you beat the Minnesota Vikings next week, then people are going to start saying, oh, okay, they beat the Minnesota Vikings. And let's see you beat the Packers. You have to at least split with the Packers. And then you kind of start getting some, some respect, I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. The Bears are just suck. We got to stop sucking.
Yeah, it's true. And it's a good point. And it starts this week against the Minnesota Vikings, a team, again, that we should have beat in week one, let one get away, but a huge opportunity right now to get it going. This game, of course, will be in Minnesota, which means you won't be able to watch it at Soldier Field. And if you're looking for a place to watch the game this weekend, might I recommend Twisted Shamrock. If you're a fan of Chicago sports, and I'm talking about the Bears, Bulls, Cubs, White Sox, Blackhawks, Sky, or Fire, you need to be watching the games at Twisted Shamrock. They've got monster giant screen TVs in their private party room over the main bar, and of course outside on the patio. I understand it was snowing over the weekend, but still, you are from Chicago, you're fine. A little snow is not going to hurt you. You can go out and watch the games outside too. Then not only do they have the best customer service, the best bartenders, they do have the best old fashioned in the entirety of the country. And I will be there on December 13th. The night before we take on the Cleveland Browns. I will be there for a meet and greet and live podcast. We don't have a definite time because my plane will literally be landing at Midway in the afternoon, or scheduled to land in Midway in the afternoon. And then at that point, I'll head straight over to the Twisted Shamrock, order an old fashioned, and start talking about some Bears and a big game over the Cleveland Browns. One of those games that, again, it's not going to be easy. You shouldn't take anything for granted, but a winnable game against the Cleveland Browns. Hope to see you all out there. Those of you in the greater Chicagoland area, I hope you will come out and join us for that. Before we let you go, Ill Will, where can we catch you? Let's talk a little bit about the Three Kings podcast. What's the schedule like? Where can everybody find you?
Yeah, you can find us on Spotify, iTunes. We're going to be getting on YouTube very, very soon. But I'm always on Twitter at 79IllWill, at 3Kings_Midway podcast. My co-host, Devori Nez, who, hey, I got to say, Nez, Cal Brandt, he called Nez out. He got a list of tweets from Bear fans, and he put Nez on the jumbo screen along with Ricky and Dave from BFR. So, and also Dan Goodwin III, where he's his account got hacked by some hackers that were doing some crypto scamming, and they actually got Maddie too.
Oh my God! Oh, that's right.
Yeah, with the car. So they both got hacked. So he's tweeting from the Three Kings of the Midway podcast, I think. But that's where you can catch us. I'm always tweeting. Trying to calm everybody down during the Bears games. Also trying to attack other fan bases and keep it funny.
Yeah. Hey, you should be out. And again, the bottom line is you should be going out enjoying everything the Bears are doing right now. You don't need to worry about the schedule. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a super chat. Hold on. Ron, so the Bears are 6-3. Do you think they will make the playoffs? Talking about that a little bit. Do I think I will tell you this. They're going to win one of the Green Bay Packer games. They're going to beat the 49ers. They're going to beat the Cleveland Browns. So there's 3 right there. And then if I give them this week against the Minnesota Vikings, that'll be the magic 4. That'll be the magic 4 that gets it done. I say that they will. I know that Will was saying it's a possibility. Let's just both go on. Let's say they will.
They will.
What is it going to cost us? Cost us nothing other than hope and optimism. And that's the way we should be right now. This team has given you no reason to not believe in them. You can sit there and be like, do it against a real team. I know. I know there's some guy. I know there's like some of the famous. Like there's still like the Justin Fields, the Justin Fields fans who, again, like we were talking about this, and somebody put this on Threads. And by the way, if you're not on Threads yet, might I suggest if you're sick of Twitter, Threads is a cool place to be. A cool place, less toxic. And there was somebody to say like, hey, you know what? Like I'm happy for Caleb and I'm supporting Caleb, but I kind of wish it was Justin. Or I even go back to I wish it was Mitch Trubisky. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with rooting for your quarterback and that you hope that they would have done well. But you have to understand when they go, it's not helpful to anybody to be like, well, I was a Mitch fan, so now I will not root for Justin.
Exactly.
Or I will not root for root for your team's quarterback. Exactly. I was very much I think I took the middle. I straddled the line. Because I was like, listen, I understand the science behind both of them. And whatever Ryan Poles decides to do, I'm going to be behind because I'm not making that decision. And if they stick with Justin Fields, then I'm all in. And if they go with Caleb Williams, I'm all in. And if they go with Drake May, I'm out. That was the one guy. You can laugh at me. I was like,
I was too.
You know what? Listen, I'll tell you, and people are like, and this is the dumbest way to evaluate a quarterback. Be like, North Carolina white boy. Like, nope.
Number 10.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
Number 10 on top of that. I was like, nope. PTSD.
No, I can't do it. Not doing this again. And this is the dumb side of a fan, being like, no, I can't do that again. And listen, it's just like if you dated a redhead and she broke your heart, you wouldn't blame somebody and be like, I'm never dating a redhead again. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something to that. And that's the way it was with Drake May. But I think that we both believe the Bears can make the playoffs. They obviously would be better served to not fall behind every week. But if the formula is working, then I'm not going to mess with it. But there it is. Thanks for that super chat. We really appreciate it. And Will, we appreciate your time here. Thank you so much for reaching out. We'll do this again soon.
Yes, sir.
If Braggs ever flakes on me, I will hit you up for sure. And of course, you never know. And of course, so we'll be back tomorrow with Nick Rohde of Just Another Year Chicago. We'll be breaking down this game once again, going over some of the finer points. And Wednesday, Take It to the Rank will be here with Greg Braggs scheduled. I'm going on CHGO tonight, so I feel confident he will be on with us on Wednesday. So that's all we got. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. Hope you're well. I know your family had escaped to Disneyland. Give them a lot of love for me, and hope to see you soon.
Okay, same. Thanks for having me on.
All right. So for Ill Will, I'm Adam. Bear down, and Sammy, go ahead and play us out.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Adam Rank on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.